My sister was a big believer in angels. She used to decorate her house with all kinds of angels. Little sculptures, little statues, pictures, all that stuff. That was her theme. Angels. Angels are watching me. All right. I wonder if angels are watching me. They must be watching me, because I'm not in bigger trouble than I am. But I got to say, sometimes I wonder. I think this morning, my angels took a big cigarette break, and that's what happened, because I had my laptop, and I had an iPad, and a bunch of important stuff in a book bag, and it toppled right off the top of my kitchen table. And my kitchen table's jacked up. My wife's got this. She bought this kitchen table with the chairs that are like I don't know. They're big. They're tall. They're tall chairs, and everything. I mean, thousands of dollars of equipment just took a dive. I have no idea whether or not my brand new shit is working, or whether it's a testament to life's uncertainty. But I know one thing, and I know it well. These fucking angels can go straight to hell. Thanks a lot, guys. You winged pieces of shit. Thanks for doing nothing. It's a foggy morning here in Florida. Foggy. My life is fogged up at the moment. Woo! It's Valentine's Day. Valentine's. My wife woke me up this morning. She goes, "You want your Valentine's in bed, honey?" I said, "Sure. Let's unwrap." She whips out this giant box of candy. Chocolates. 84 pieces. So, we ate chocolate in bed. And that was Valentine's. She always has something ready for me the moment I wake up for Valentine's. That's the kind of person she is. I, on the other hand, have to buy something the day of, because that's the kind of person I am. So we should go do something tonight. Hopefully it'll probably be dinner and a movie, because that's the kind of guy I am. And we are a guy. You live with somebody and you become like that person. Each person becomes like that other person if they don't gouge each other's eyes out first. That's, I think, the great thing of love. I guess this podcast is going to be about love and about what I think of love. All right. There's some commercial I was looking at, and they went through all the different words the Greeks had for love. You know, the Greeks, they had a word for love. It was called eros. And that was the attractive love. And then they had, and you just go through all these different kinds of love. There's a love you have for your grandparents, and a love you have for your friends. And then they had a love for, like, it was a giving love, a helping love. I don't know if this was for like a religious group or an insurance company, but they're like agape. We're into agape. And at that point, I'm like, why the hell do we care what the Greeks thought of love? I'm not anti-Greek or anything, but like, who gives a shit what the Greeks thought? You know? I don't think anybody's sitting around going, ooh, honey, let's make love like the Greeks. All right. But there is something to be said that there are different kinds of love. And it is great to be able to be in love with somebody, to want somebody, to be attracted to somebody. It's great. That romantic love, it's nice. And even that, there's love where you're lusting. You're like, ooh, she's hot. And then there's love where you're like, oh, I got a big smile. My body is one gigantic smile. I can't stop making this stupid face. I just like her, you know. And then there's our relationship has gone through. I always thought my wife was pretty, and I was attracted to her physically. I thought she was beautiful. I never had where I just stand there and go, ooh, yeah, I want to get me some of that. It was never like that entirely, because I feel a little guilty about that. Like, there are some people out there that they're they got legs from their ankles to their throat, and you're like, wow. Or they got, the most beautiful breasts God ever made. They're like, oh, that's perfect. But I feel bad about that. It is, kind of objectification. And then I feel stupid saying that. But there are beautiful people around us. And there's a mixture of envy and lust and wow. But if there's nothing beyond that, then they're just objects. They're not, they're not the thing. It's an animal thing. It's wanting to make it with someone like that. It's like wanting to eat. You see some food, you're like, oh, I want to have some of that. But it's not bad. I'm not trying to, I guess this kind of churchy, moralistic culture we have crawled out of makes us feel bad for having those feelings. Some kind of guilt for looking at someone and going, I like what I see. But at the same time, there is kind of an emptiness. And I don't know if it's an emptiness that you feel when you see somebody that's just outstanding in that department. But I think it's by comparison. And I am as much a fan of that puppy dog thing where you just want to be around somebody. You just your whole body's one gigantic smile. It's romance. It's just a glee. It's a happiness. I like that. Infatuation. I think lust and infatuation are two different things. And we, as a couple, I think we went from that infatuation. Then we married, we lived together, we shared our life together, and it developed into something strong, something organic, where we just need each other. We fill in each other's gaps. And I have to say, at this point, my relationship with my wife, it's weird because there are aspects of her that I reject or I contrast and say, that's not me. That's not me. That's her. That's not me. But then there are parts of it's like the boundaries between us have softened, and we're a unit. And we're not a unit because that's the policy here at the Kilpatrick household. It's because we feel it. And it's like subconscious too. It's not like I always know it. It's just I experience it. Two are one. And they're not one because we've decided the two are going to be one. And it's not because, oh my God, I'm here at the McDonald's, and I'm here at the Mick clusterfuck, as this place is insane. I'm going to go with this one. I'm on the inside. That's a very dangerous place to be. There's no escape. Once a car gets behind me, I'm going to be stuck in this damn thing. This could be a natural disaster. This was a dumb move. I'm going to give you some advice. If you're ever at the McDonald's, always go for the outside. Always. Even if you have to go a car lane later. Because you've got the ability to get the hell out of here. If it turns out these clowns have fucked up the whole process, they tell you it's going to be an hour and a half before breakfast is ready, you can just bag on this shit and go someplace else. Any place else. But I've done it. I've thrown down. I've thrown in. I am on the inside. It's an act of faith or massive stupidity. McDonald's. So it's a foggy day. I'm in McDonald's. It's Valentine's Day. That's when I put this thing together. My wife gave me the chocolate in bed. And we're going to go out tonight. And it's really weird because I feel the gap. Like, I'm going to go out because we're going out because that's what we do. Because that's Valentine's. But whatever it is we're going to do tonight, whatever our date is, it doesn't even begin to compare to our regular life. Our ordinary, boring, stupid little life. That is so much more meaningful than the date we're going to go on tonight. And I mean, we might go see a movie we like, or we might go someplace and check something out. We might do some activity together that'll be fun, that we look forward to. But it will be nothing compared to just the ordinary, our ordinary lives. I'm not saying we shouldn't do it. I think we should go have some fun. But when I just, it's hard to describe, but it's just a feeling of completeness and safety and warmth and acceptance. I'm just bathed in something beautiful every day of my life just because I'm in a relationship with this woman. And everything else is just like icing on the cake. That's what I think about that. Florida has a lot of palm trees. Here's a segue. But it does. It's got a boatload of palm. Where do these palm trees come from? I don't think they're indigenous to Florida. I don't think this was here. I think we brought this here to remind ourselves that we live in paradise. Palm trees are so weird. Because they're old. They're like super old. They're older than regular trees. Regular trees. All right, we got let me see. I got a C in botany, so. They're the deciduous, the ones that lose their leaves in the winter. And then there are the conifers, evergreens. And then there's this splat palm tree. And it looks like dinosaur shit. I like the number 2 with a large Coke.
The number 2?
With a large Coke.
With a large Coke. Anything else for you today?
No thanks.
All right, thank you very much. It's open at 6:41.
All right, now we get into the don't you fuck me. Don't you fuck me. I'm in the drive-thru, and that's what's going through everybody's mind is don't you fuck me. Don't you fuck me. Because McDonald's has that 2-in-1 drive-thru. They want to be. They're like a fat woman, fat chick who wants to wear that like thongy kind of thing, and it's like it's going to be a big gigantic muffin top. It's going to get ugly. Don't you fuck me. Don't you fuck me. I got insurance too, you shithead. Yeah, don't you fucking think it. McDonald's got that 2-into-1 drive-through. It's ridiculous. They think they're Checkers. You know, Checkers got its two lanes, but it's got its 2 lanes because Checkers is just a food truck without the wheels. Somebody actually said, hey, let's make a food truck and we'll franchise that. And the people are like, yeah, we'll call it Checkers because we're moving them through 2 at a time. We're so much faster. We're not fast food. We're fast food. Let me do that again. We're fast food. Gotta quit smoking. We're fast food. I don't know what I've been breathing. Yeah. McDonald's wants to do it, but McDonald's is like a fat chick trying to wear a thong. And it's like, yeah, you can do that, honey. Go ahead. Wear that. You're snickering. Oh, my God. What is this? Because McDonald's can't do the line on each side of the building because the building's too goddamn fat. It's just not going to work. So McDonald's does it all on the one side. It's like a woman riding side saddle or something. It's all going over here. And we're in this thing. And so we're getting like the 2-in-1. And you're like, who are you asking to coordinate this air traffic control on wheels? Oh, people who eat McDonald's for breakfast. Yeah, that's a smart idea. I just wonder how often accidents happen in this 2-in-1 drive-through thing. I think it's a miracle that I've never witnessed one. Good morning.
Got the number 2 with a large Coke?
That's it. Good morning.
Here's your large Coke. New muffin.
Thank you. Oh my God. I just saw something. I'm still processing. Okay, I'm going through the drive-thru. There's a big lag up in the first window. Maybe it's the second window, but it's the forward window. And this lady finally gets to the window, and she is visibly pregnant. I mean, that kid could be a number 3. You know what I'm saying? Number 3 with some hot sauce. That kid, she is just ready to explode. And she's wearing a shirt and doesn't... it doesn't quite cover the lump that she has, that giant knapsack of humanity she's got tucked in her tummy. And so and she's like blowing, she's like popping, she's like, I'm seeing parts of her that normally would be clothed and covered by a fast food employee wearing their uniform. It is so weird. Welcome to McDonald's. I want to laugh, but I got a sense of humanity. Maybe I'm feeling guilty. I don't know. I don't want to make fun of somebody, for I don't know. It's a weird thing, and I think it's harder. The rules have changed. Everything's sloshing together, because people will say, you'll make a joke and people say, well, that's not funny. And I'm like, well, it's not funny to you. Clearly, it's not funny to you. But I think it's funny. I think if people are laughing, it's funny. And I think comedy has no morals whatsoever. Comedy is a bastard. It just sees a connection. It's like math. It just sees a connection and then exploits it. And it could be the most unethical thing you've ever seen. It could just be horrific. It's not necessarily a reflection of human decency at its best, at its finest. It could be just the opposite. It could be a reflection of some kind of disgusting, loathsome weirdness, that is there. That it's just a reality of life. And I don't know, because there are a lot of things that just kind of jostling around in my head as I get to this age or this stage. Like there's a part of me that wants to cheer on the vegans. You start thinking about the ethics, the cruelty of the whole meat, industry. You herd the cows in, and then you pop them in the head, and then you yank them up, and then you slit their throat, and all that stuff. That's disgusting. That's horrific. What they do to chickens, and could we not come up with a less horrific way to get our food than what we're doing right now? It's just absolutely horrifying. On the other hand, chicken tastes good. Sausage is good. Bacon's delicious. I like steak. It's like, well, you're not going to eat this food, huh? I am going to eat this food. That food looks pretty fucking great. I think I want to eat that food. I don't think I want to sit around and bitch about how horrible food is. I think I want my food. I think I want to eat that food. I don't think I want to sit here and say I'm not eating that food. So it's a weird thing. I feel the contradiction well up within me. Here I am. I look so weird driving around. I got headphones on. I'm talking into this gigantic microphone. I look like such a putz. Yeah, fuck this. So I'm here, 7 a.m. I'm wondering if I'm wondering if I need to be in a meeting right now. At the same time, though, I want to eat my food. Today, it's Valentine's Day. Kids got it off. Found out this morning it's the anniversary of the Parkland mass shooting. So that was smart. We're not doing this. We got a teacher work day That was smart. Because last year, we had this whole thing about walkouts. Like, kids wanted to do a walkout. The administration didn't want them to walk out because they wanted them to walk out in what could be gunfire. Kids wanted to do it. It's not enough to just walk out of class. They wanted to walk off campus, and there's no place around here to walk off safely. If someone wanted to do something bad, get some shooting in, we got a lot of escape routes, a lot of places you could just disappear. This is not a place to be acting stupid. So, there got to be this giant conflict between the kids and the administration over how they were going to do a walkout. Our administration came up with this idea of a walk-in, where they could go in and they could use the auditorium to vent their concerns. But it was very controlled. And it was, while there were students that were featured, it was not student-led. It was very controlled. And I can see where students would not have considered that very satisfying. Now I got to figure out where I'm supposed to be and whether or not I'm busted. So I think I'll just cut this one short. It only went what was this? 25 minutes of love. Or 26, right? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I enjoyed making it. And I think I'll enjoy eating this food. This is Carpooling with myself. I'm Bill Kilpatrick.